Barak the Yahweh, Barak the Yahushai, Barak the Yahweh, Barak the Yahushai, Barak the Yahweh, Barak the Yahushai. All praise unto Yahweh, Shemi Ansai, Wahab, Wakakadash. Double honors unto the apostles of GreatMillStone. Honors to those that be pushing this truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth. So this is going to be a video going into rest, okay, going into blessings, and how pretty much in Esau's empire, which is the people that rule the world right now, under their rulership, you Negroes, Hispanics, Native Americans, pretty much you can forget about rest, okay? You can forget about looking after your family as you're supposed to, because really when you check out the scriptures and you check out what a man meant and why it was such a great honor to have a son, is pretty much that was the head of the household, okay? There wasn't this Jake having his wife go to work, dump the kids off at some cage somewhere, and both of you have to go to work and struggle to try and make ends meet. Okay, the great honor of having a son in an ancient empire goes into the inheritances that child was going to have. Okay, land, cattle, all kind of other different things, which in turn meant wealth. And for the people that was around that wealth, the servants, the wives, that meant a lot of protection. Okay, when you go into the scriptures, you find out that a man in the end times was going to be likened unto fine gold, because, well, gold, for one is precious, okay, but two, also, it was likened unto that hedge, okay, that was going to be around that man. That's why it was such a great honor to have a son. Does that mean to say, there's no place for a woman? No, but it's just a greater honor to have a son. Okay, but going back onto the point, which the point of this video is pretty much under this, illegal rulership. You are not gonna have you're not gonna have the rest and the peace and the relaxation and pretty much everything that comes with being in rulership and in power and in being in the righteous kingdom. You're not gonna have it on this side, man. In fact, Esau's gonna go through he's gonna go in. Basically, Esau's gonna go in to make sure you don't have those things. Okay, just the thing on the women. They put laws out there against polygamy. Okay, of which if you didn't have if you had it to where you pushed a polygamous, which is a biblical, a doctrine, by the way. In the Bible, you're allowed to have as many women as you want. Then you wouldn't have adultery. You wouldn't have families that were broken, okay? You wouldn't have it to where women are out there acting like sluts, because guess what? The man was going to take care of them. It's just that he was going to take care of more than one. Okay, so that's just one example. Also, too, Esau goes and makes these laws and these statutes that make it very difficult for the Negroes, Hispanics, Native Americans to get jobs. Okay, he goes, that ain't righteous. We're supposed to be righteous about that. And me, from my own personal experience, this is why, this video is very personal to me, because, I've gone through the so-called public food system and, got to a somewhat of a decent place. But once you get to that decent place, man, there's a proverbial glass ceiling that they're not gonna just let you go through, and you're gonna find it very difficult, okay, to try make something, quote unquote, okay, of this lifestyle. That's why these scriptures was known as the gospel, because after you've been all through all of that, all the hard work, you ticked every box, okay, you worked your ass off, and when it comes down to it, if you had a job interview, okay, if you're at the particular you're in a particular position where they're gonna choose between you or one of their own, well, guess what, mate? You ain't getting in the door. And it ain't because you ain't smart enough, okay? It ain't because your billables are less than theirs, rather the opposite, because I've experienced this in my own life. But see, they gonna get the big cheese, man. You ain't. That goes back onto the curses. Now, hey, situations, work it out. See, the Lord will put you through these different things. And, I've experienced this. So you can see the magnitude of the curses, but also, too, the mercies of Yahweh Shemi outside. Because, hey, every penny that comes into a brother's pocket, that's a penny that could be halved and go towards pushing and furthering this truth. Okay? So going back onto the point, I've witnessed this and I have experienced this. Okay? When you reach the proverbial glass ceiling where Esau, he ain't gonna let you get to a certain point. So, my focus, okay, and all of you brothers' focus is supposed to be on the kingdom, man. You got some guys out there in the IUIC and the ISUPK, okay, that are teaching this doctrine of bettering yourself, of which, look, there ain't nothing wrong with that, but the focus is supposed to be the truth. Okay, the focus, they go into a class and they teach you that. Whereas you're supposed to be being taught about the mark of the beast within them classes. You're supposed to be being taught about the times that are coming, the time of Jacob's trouble. That's what's supposed to be within the classes. Okay, now if you throw a little something in there, a little gem about potential business proposition, okay, that's one thing. But to make the whole class about building black schools and black neighborhoods, that's totally against the scriptures, man. Because you're gonna see within these, and I always read these, man. I do videos I like doing videos like this because it's supposed to remind you and call to remembrance the situation that we're living in, and the situation that we're living in has been ordained by Yahweh Bashim outside to be under these curses. Okay, because we went off on the law/commandments of the Most High. But even if you're so-called affluent within this society, you still have to be in a position where you're compromising the laws that the Most High made, the covenant that the Most High made with our forefathers. For instance, you got some big players within this world, okay, like the athletes, okay, like certain people in high positions, where they had to compromise the covenant that their forefathers made, okay, with the Most High. That's why you sign contracts. That's why you take oaths, okay. That's why you have to go to certain functions and dues and graduation ceremonies that are all about what? Witchcraft, which is a compromise on the covenant that you made with the forefathers, man, with the Most High made with our forefathers. Okay? So, the only way you was going to do it and not piss the Most High off to the end that he's going to jack you up is to wait for the kingdom to be set up. You got to wait for the kingdom to be set up. And that's when the Most High was going to allow righteousness to dwell and, affluency of the Negroes, Hispanics, Native Americans was going to overrun, man. Okay? That's what you read within the scriptures. So let's read this in the book of Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter, on the 16th verse. It says, cursed shall thou be in the city and cursed shall thou be in the field. And that's what you experience as a Negro, Hispanic, Native American. You find out that you're cursed. Now look, the Most High always makes a way. Okay? Like, you have a proverbial glass ceiling, and that's going to piss you off. But at the end of the day, you're still going to be in a position where you're providing for your own. You can only do but so much, but there's but so much that you can do. You're supposed to be doing that, to the best of your ability so that you can take care of your own and the people around you, man. When we're talking about building a house, well, that's what men in the house do. They handle their business. Okay, they handle their business. Now, you got diversities of spirits. Some brothers' spirits in terms of what's known as ambition is not going to be the same as other brothers' ambition. But those brothers you find, for the most part, the sincere brothers, okay, that are not as quote-unquote ambitious, okay, they was always going to be pushing towards what? The truth. So there's balance within that. You got some laborers that was going to be what? They was going to be building the structure of the house, and some guys was going to come and do this sheetrock work, man. There's differences in the spirits because there's different work that needs to be done. Some brothers is going to be out there pushing this word. And some brothers out there are going to be the ones that's going to feed those brothers. See, the Most High set it up from the foundation of the earth that there's no excuses, man. Okay, there's no excuses. So you're going to fall into one of those two things. Are you a brother that's pushing this word? Okay. Or you're a brother that's supposed to be coming out here and you would be doing both. Okay, working, pushing this word. But like I said, you got some brothers that are going to be just, might be chucking out 3, 4, 5 videos a day, constantly learning so that what? Or they're in a particular position where they're going to be watchful of certain, they're going to be watching brothers, man. You got to look after those people, okay? But also, too, you got to, handle your own business, okay? Hopefully the point I'm trying to make makes sense. Okay, but at the end of the day, even if you're in that position of being you know, working and all of that, you're gonna find out that Esau set up certain things, man. Okay, where you can't get beyond that, man. Okay, I think they did a particular research article on those big tech universities, okay, and the average IQ that you have out there, and they found out most of them guys out there within the Negroes, Hispanics, Native Americans are into that stuff. They're intellectually superior to what you know as the to the people that, you know, the Edomites that go out there to them universities, man. But are they gonna get the grants? Are they gonna get the scholarships? Are they gonna get all of that? No, they ain't gonna get all of that, man, because you are underneath these curses. Okay, you gonna always hit that glass ceiling, man, and the Most High is gonna remove that glass ceiling when he returns, okay, and avenges us, and he's gonna switch up the game on Esau, and Esau's gonna he's gonna go from a position of being the head to being the tail, all in one quick swoop, man. Okay, so it says, "Cursed shall thou be in the city, cursed shall thou be in the field, cursed shall thou be in thy basket and thy store. Okay, shall thou be fruit of thy body, fruit of thy land, thy increase of thy kind, the flocks of thy sheep. Okay, cursed shall thou be when I comest in, cursed shall thou be when I goest out." So it's an onslaught of just getting jacked up with your hair. And Esau be the instrument of the Most High's judgment, but in being the instrument of the Most High's judgment, you know, he was gonna get jacked up too. Okay, so with that, I'm gonna say, "Oh, praise unto Yahweh, outside Wahara Kakadash, double honors unto the apostles of Great Millstone." Okay, ownership of us to be pushing this truth and sincere. Shalom.